Unlocking the Past, the Whistleblowers of Pre-Colonial Africa. In the grand tapestry of history, the concepts of freedom of information and whistleblowing are often painted with broad strokes of Western influence. However, nestled within the annals of pre-colonial Africa lies a vibrant legacy of transparency and accountability that challenges this narrative. Today, we journey to Okhuesan, a village in southern Nigeria, to uncover the roots of indigenous practices that predate contemporary notions of freedom of information. The Ikhio Tradition, Africa's open secret. In the heart of Okhuesan, amid the hustle of daily life and the solemnity of sacred rituals, thrived an extraordinary tradition known as Ikhio. This practice wasn't merely a custom, it was a day of liberation, a momentary yet powerful suspension of social hierarchies and the shielding armor of status. On this day, the community gathered, bound by the solemn promise of tradition and authority, to protect those who stepped forward to speak. The essence of Ikhio was simple yet profound. It provided a platform for every villager, irrespective of their standing, to voice concerns, grievances, and secrets that they dared not speak of on any other day. Here in the open air, under the watchful eyes of their ancestors, nothing was off limits. The community's leaders, even the king himself, were not spared. Satire might lace the words of the speakers, but the truth was the core of their messages. A day of reckoning and revelations. Ikhio was more than an ancient open mic event. It was a structured system fostering vigilance, inclusiveness, and freedom of expression. It acted as a social equalizer, where the untouchable cloak of royalty and power was momentarily lifted, ensuring that the actions of all were subject to communal scrutiny. The mere existence of this day played a crucial role in behavior modification. The potential of being called out in front of the entire community acted as a deterrent, encouraging good conduct and dissuading misdeeds. Protected by tradition, whistleblowers on Ikhio Day were immune to prosecution. Yet truthfulness and good conscience were non-negotiable, safeguarded by the fear of perdition and the weight of taboos. Integrity was paramount, and the manipulation of this practice for personal vendettas was curbed by the spiritual and moral codes that govern participation. Fading echoes of freedom, regrettably, the Ikhio tradition illuminates a stark reminder of the ephemeral nature of cultural practices. With the onset of colonialism, many such indigenous practices across Africa have dwindled, if not disappeared. The native mechanisms of freedom of information and whistleblowing negate the assumption that freedom of information is an invention of contemporary, liberal, and democratic societies of the Western Hemisphere. Africa, a continent rich in diversity and history, was the cradle of majestic empires and kingdoms, each with its unique traditions and cultures. Among these traditions, the Ikhio tradition in Nigeria stands out as a compelling example of the cultural practices that bound African civilizations together. The Ikhio tradition also emphasizes communal living, respect for elders, and the importance of family and community solidarity. It played a crucial role in maintaining social order and instilling a sense of belonging and identity among the people. In addition to the Ikhio tradition, African societies were known for their elaborate ceremonies and festivals which included rites of passage, royal coronations, and harvest festivals. These events served as an opportunity for communal gathering, celebration, and the transmission of oral history and cultural values from one generation to the next. The story of Ikhio and similar practices across pre-colonial Africa offer invaluable insights into the universality of the human quest for truth, justice, and accountability. They dispel the myth that the concepts of freedom of information and whistleblowing are solely Western phenomena. Instead, they reveal a shared human heritage of striving for societies where power is balanced by the voice of the people. In an age where information flows freely, yet truth often becomes ensnared in webs of manipulation and deceit, the principles underlying the Ikhio tradition have never been more relevant. They remind us of the vital importance of safeguarding spaces for open, truthful discourse and the courage to speak truth to power. The whispers of the past call to us, urging us to remember and perhaps to revive the spirit of Ikhio in our communities. In the echoes of ancient African voices, we find timeless wisdom and an enduring call to action to ensure that freedom of information and the right to speak out against wrongdoing are preserved, protected, and honored. Thank you for listening. Kindly subscribe to Africa Giant for more African stories.